Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be drafting color of next 16. So this is our paper. This is a brown paper we'll be using for the drafting. Let's just write the neck in next 16. So when you are cutting a particular neck, after you have measured the person you are sewing for, you add 1 inch to that neck. Reason is, when you are sewing a shirt, you add an allowance for overlapping, so that 1 inch is for the overlapping. So anytime you take a measurement, neck 15, neck 16, just add 1 inch to any of the sizes so that the overlapping will be there and the neck will be fitting and okay for the person you are sewing for. All right, so 16 plus 1 is giving us 17 inches. Yes. So you divide your neck by 2 into 2. That's 17 divided by 2. When you divide 17 by 2, you have 8.5. So we're using that 8.5 to draft. So, but before we start marking, let's use our pin to pin the paper down so that we will have the paper lying firm and it will not be shifting, so that our measurements will not drift, they will be accurate. All right. All right. We have pinned our paper successfully. So this is 8.5. You mark it to the point where that measurement is reaching. So your 8.5 is here. And from your collar stand, you mark 1 1/4. 1 1/4 is enough. 1 1/4. Then you draw a straight line to the end. That is that. From the collar stand, you now make your collar for 2 inches from this side, 2 inches at the other side, at this end. And you also draw a line straight from here, connecting the 2 points. All right guys, we've connected the 2 points. The next thing is, you come back from this line, from your collar for the line between your collar for and your collar stand. You mark in 1 inch, and then you curve it little for this line. So from the bottom of your collar stand, you can come in by 1/4 inch. You mark 1/4 inch here, and you also mark 1/4 inch this side. Find the center of this your collar stand. We had 8.5. We divide the 8.5 by 2. We have 4 1/4. This is where it is. So use your French curve do this I'm doing, shape it, shape it. Shape it. Then from this point that you came in 1 inch, you can either come out this way, come out straight, come back a little, depending on how pointed you want the collar to be. But for us, for this lesson, we will take it a little bit backward. You can mark it from here, you can mark it from here, depending on how pointed you want it to be. So you can now use your French curve, and you make sure the French curve enters this line down a little, maybe by 1/4 inch, and then it comes out at this other end too. So you now mark it out. So this is this. So from the collar stand, the reason why we adjusted it this way, we curved it here. When you are cutting an English shirt, you cut the neck, you don't deepen it. So if you cut the collar and deepen, do not shape the collar, you'll find out that the neck will not sit well. So this provision is for the neck where you did not take it, deepen it. So from this side is for you to give the collar a shape. So there are two kinds of collar. There are people that decide to cut straight from here and make the collar, but professionally you cut the collar stand separate from the collar fore. So after you are done that, you now join them together, iron on the fabric, and then you join them together. Please you comment, you like, you share the video, you subscribe. Please, now we will just cut out the collar. So this is a collar stand. This is a collar fore. Very simple and easy. This is how it is done. We said it's neck 16. We added 1 inch, making 17. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you. See you next in my next video. Thank you.